Hey everyone, I just wanted to shoot a quick video of the boot up process on the RS6000 here. This video is just going to show the boot up process here on the IBM CRT, not a serial terminal. I've also loaded up this version with a full copy of AIX 5.1 and the GNOME. Yeah, I believe it's the GNOME desktop environment. So I'm gonna. The system obviously is fully off right now. I'm just gonna power it on, and it does take a bit for it to start showing anything terribly interesting. So yeah. Oh, there it goes. Turns on the monitor just now. Should show some. Well, I think it should show a green screen while it does a frame buffer test. What's interesting about this is I did the install of GNOME on this system. Oh, there we go. Very vibrant green color there. Hopefully the camera will do the aperture, the light sensing correctly here. I may have to reshoot this video with the backlighting off. Anyway, yeah, I installed GNOME on this machine. It was quite an easy install. It's quite surprising to run such a comparatively modern graphics environment on this system when it was truly designed around the CDE environment and even just serial and shell access. Right now the system is gotten out of the initial boot phase or the post phase, and I believe it's now into like the TCP settings. It's doing system code 890. There's 570, which I believe is somewhere in the networking protocol stack. Trying to remember, I ended up doing some work on my network here, and I may have changed the IP address that I assume that this machine would take. Something, of course, that I've mentioned in other videos is that the RS6000 is very sensitive to its DNS resolution. If it can't resolve, like your 192.168. Well, in my case, 123.80 to the host name on your network, it is very unhappy. Knocked the camera a little bit there. Oh, and now it's chugging away at the hard drive. Still version number 828, 821. And just flickering through them pretty quickly now. But it's coming back to me now. When I did this install, I actually did a DHCP network setup. I'm going to do a couple of different videos here. This is sort of a teaser to see what you can get once you actually do install the software. You can do, of course, a serial terminal setup, or you can do a graphical terminal setup, a true AIX install, and the setup process is quite interesting under the graphic interface as opposed to the serial interface. So here we go. There it's starting the system boot process. Starting some of the TCP daemons. Boy, I'm wondering how well this is going to show up on the camera. I guess we'll find out. This is also my first video of with my new tripod, so I'm very excited to see the quality of the videos that come out of this thing now. The videos that I had before were very, very shaky, and I'm sure they weren't very, very nice to watch. Oh, there we go. Went into X mode, and there we go. There's the login for GNOME. You get your host name, your username and password. In this case, I don't have any other users set up, so I'm going to just use root, and hopefully I remember my password. and I did. So what's interesting is that it loads up X11 first. I mean, there's your standard X11 clock. I guess you can see the mouse pointer pretty well on there. But and there's the GNOME splash screen, the little foot. I believe it says version 2.2 of GNOME. So not, really old, but it's still pretty old. So it's not fast by any stretch of the imagination either. You pretty much have to want to use the GNOME interface, truly for the fact of the interface, as opposed to just using, X11 for the applications that you want to run. But since I'm not exactly using this thing for CAD work, it doesn't really matter. I'd much rather have a full-featured desktop system than a limited one like CDE. So now here we are. We're pretty standard stuff. You have your home folder. You got to start here, whatever that is. You got your taskbars down below. Your actions. Log out, lock the screen, take a screenshot, run different programs. It does install some standard accessories. You get your calculator. Here you can see just kind of how slow this is. Yep, there's calculator. That's calculator. That's not like fancy. So I'd hate to see what a true applications on these things is going to be like. Let's see here. What else do we got? Character map, new text editor. Some of the preferences. We'll go through that in a second. Oh, games. Oh boy. Let's see here. Tetris. No, Tetravex. I don't know what that is. Ooh, free cell. Yeah, boy, they didn't really give you very much of anything there. A good Tetris clone would be nice, but let's see what this one is. Yeah, boy, oh boy, I don't even know what the heck that is. That's some sort of triangle and square thing. Don't know that game. Yeah, we got the Eye of GNOME image viewer. Okay, programming, system tools. You got your config editor, GDM, login, terminal, system monitor. Let's see here. It'd be nice to see a CPU load graph. Just to kind of see just exactly how hard is this thing working. Well, here's the system monitor. We got your standard processes. Oh, there we go. There we go. CPU load monitor. And this is a system with 512 megs of RAM. Apparently, it's using 198 megabytes, 200 megabytes or so. 512 meg is swap, and it's not using hardly any of that. So we saw how long it took to get calculator up, and we can kind of see the CPU graph here. Let's load that thing up again. Calculator. So yeah, loading a calculator peaks the CPU for about 2 seconds. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's that. We got some network servers. CDE menu, which is empty. Let's see here. Desktop preferences. All my favorite things to do, of course. Screensaver. What kind of fun screensavers do we get with GNOME on AIX? Oh, X screensaver. The X screensaver daemon doesn't appear to be running on display 0.0. Do we want to launch it now? Sure. I just kind of looked over at my camera right here now, and it looks like, boy, the interference bands are really something to see here. So again, I'm curious to see how these pictures are going to come out. And apparently the X screensaver daemon did not start up properly. I am running as root. Usually I am blah blah blah, can't actually do anything. Oh, okay. Well, that was worth a shot. Well, I do know that you can load AIX, or this is AIX. I know you can load Firefox on AIX. I've seen a guy who has a binary available for that. I've seen all manner of course, just graphical tools, and since it is GNOME and it is just a compiled Linux system, effectively at this point, you could load anything you want on it. Not too bad for such a antiquated machine from 1994. Yeah. Well, I wonder if they give you the... oh, we do have panels. What kind of panels do we have here? Weather report, amusement, internet, multimedia, volume control. No network, or sound card, so it doesn't really do us much good. Well, hey, where would we be without the GI's system? Yep. Alright, so let's let's log out. Well, actually, no, we have to do a shutdown. Shut the system back down. And the next video I'm going to show is a graphical install onto the hard disk. I'm going to be using this same video camera system here. And then I'm going to hopefully figure out how to take screenshots with the serial console, probably on a terminal emulator like PuTTY, instead of on actually taking screenshots of the console itself. And yeah, stay tuned for some more videos. Shut down that. Boy, it helps if I can spell here. H. Oh, this keyboard does not like to play nice. G and H keys. Gotta get a different one here. Oh, there's the H. Okay, so now I can do shut down -H now. Bit ridiculous. I have to do that with the H key, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? So, yeah, when you do a graphical shutdown, I mean, it truly does not display anything on the serial console at all. Yeah, you could turn it on, but it doesn't even, display the boot login or anything like that. It doesn't even do a login prompt on that monitor. So, you truly do have to use the CRT for the whole time. It's chugging along here. Should be bringing down the networks. Doo. Shutdown on these is interesting. Takes a bit. Still shutting down. There we go. Halt completed. So, alright. Thanks for watching.